Okay. As a child, it must be in the mid-60s. The first time I came across something from China was a dead body. A dead body from Victoria Harbour. I could still remember it really well because it was the day my father bought Ming Pao. It was the day when I opened Ming Pao, the newspaper. The date, I remember the day I opened up the newspaper, the front page was a dead body, all wrapped it up. So it was one of these victims of the Cultural Revolution, and there was kind of massive killing every year, every day. I mean, people got killed, tied up, thrown into the river and along the Pearl River and down to Hong Kong. At that time, in fact, the Marine Police many of them have to receive counseling treatment because of, they just have to pick up a lot of dead body. And that was the first thing I saw as a child. There's something flown from China. And there was a dead body all tied up. I could still remember that image today. So in a way, I mean, all this talk about loving China and all this, I mean, I accept there's bias here. But what do you expect from a child? The first image he saw from China was a dead body got all tied up.
How old would you have been at that time?
Can't remember, must be quite young. Must be maybe grade 3 or
so what
grade
would that
2.
Be in years?
Sorry?
What, in years, how old do you think?
So that would be what? 9,
Okay.
8?
And that would be in which year do you think? Around about what year?
I cannot remember exactly, but I was young. I mean, I was quite young.
About the 1960s, really.
Yeah.
Is it?
And I should tell you, another real person I met from China, that was when I got just a little bit older. Maybe in Form 5, grade 5 or grade 6.
But we're talking about the 1960s, isn't it?
It's still the 60s. I remember when it was an afternoon, I was living really under the Lion Rock at there's this kind of resettlement kind of district, a lot of wooden sheds and all these kind of houses. And one day there was this guy, I can still remember, he was wearing this blue mouth dress. I've never seen a guy that big. He's a big guy, tall guy. But then I've never seen anyone so miserable. And he seems exhausted. He seems terrified. He seems lost. And he was lost. He's one of the refugees, so running from China, cross the harbor, and walk all the way past Lion Rock to where we live. And it was very nice at this time. I could still remember that almost the entire village, people would come out and gave him biscuits, those awful biscuits given to us by the missionaries and all this kind of stuff. And he was looking for some relative somewhere, I don't know, in the other side of Kowloon. And the village is really nice and gave him food and drinks and also gave him direction how to go to the place to find his relatives. I mean, as a kid, of course, I was not doing anything. I was just watching. but that left me some really strong impression about someone from China. Maybe that's my second real encounter with someone from China.